What up, my people? ¿Qué pasa, mi gente? Welcome to another episode, otro episodio de Hoy En Día TV. I'm your host and producer, Yesse Rodriguez. I'm going to bring onto the stage the amazing Nadine Barton, author, actress, entrepreneur. And it's just her and I holding the fort today because Cece is not here with us, but she is here with us in spirit, right? Sis, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm going to be honest with you. Mercury retrograde is like, yikes. I'm a little tired, but I'm pushing through. I'm like, whew.
That's what it is. That's why I feel so discombobulated, honey.
Me too, girl. Me too. Can you believe it's already July and in 6 months we're going to be celebrating your birthday and Christmas? Wow.
Who's counting? I wasn't even that far in the year.
You know, I like to keep up with things like, 6 months already. We are halfway through 2026. I feel like it just happened in a snap of a finger and we're already hitting July. It's wow. Crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
So how have you been since what were we gonna say?
I was gonna say, how have you been?
You know, I've been good. I've been doing a lot. I went to a networking event yesterday. It was so good, so nice. Was able to connect with a lot of other creatives. A lot of it came from that event. Some of them will be joining us at the Weed and Wait We Create happening August 22nd. Woo woo! For those who haven't gotten your tickets yet, what are you waiting for?
These shirts.
That's right. I love that. Yes. That's right. You know, we will be in the building, but guess what? Y'all have to be in the building too. Come on, network, connect. Let's do it. Vamos. And then, and I was able to speak on Slay the Scene Academy, which I'm super excited about that. So many amazing things are happening behind the scenes. I'm just like, praise you, God. Yes, thank you. Whew, I'm excited. So, right. Yes, overall, all great blessings. It's one of those things where it's like when you work hard and you finally see the outcome, it's like, let me pat myself in the back here. But I will say I do owe it to the people that support me throughout the way as well, right? Who give me those words of encouragement, the pep talks, because many times it doesn't get easy. It's not easy at all. It's hard, right? With anything that we want to do is hard. Right. With our passion for acting, right? You know, understanding how competitive this industry is, it can get frustrating. It can get confusing. It can be like, okay, am I doing the right thing, right? So just with anything, support is definitely important. So if you know someone who's trying their best and they could definitely use support regardless of how successful they look, keep encouraging each other, keep putting each other up with positive words, kindness, and help each other grow. So yeah.
Because this girl here is patient, honey, patient. You hear me?
And that's why you continue to be blessed. So many beautiful opportunities and things that you've been a part of. And this is only the beginning, right? So many wonderful things are definitely still in store. So
only the beginning. That's why I just posted a post earlier that y'all better not go to sleep on me. I'm just saying.
That part right there. Don't go to sleep on Nadine. Because when you wake up, she's like, where'd she go? Nadine, where are you? Hello?
Because that glow up is real.
Oh yeah, you work hard too. You work hard for the money.
Yes, that's the theme song. That got to be the theme song for this month because girl been working.
I love it. Yes.
You should play that in the background, honey. We need to have some music on this show too. You know what I mean? Just a little bit.
It sounds like we need to tap into our resources, aka our two men, since they do beats and music and stuff, because that way we can have music that they create that's not technically copywritten but specific to the show too. What are your thoughts about that? Can knock on you.
That's great. You know, I could create me some songs too, you know.
Okay, well then go for it. Come on, do it. Hey, that could be something else you tap into. You're just inner singer. Hey.
I don't know how to sing, but I could definitely know where to create it, honey. Trust me.
So, talking about beats, you make some beats.
I don't know if I know how to. Maybe I could make some beats, but it won't be me making it. I'll be inputting it, but I won't be making it. Trust me.
That's so
I'll put my little spin on it.
I love that. Yes. Can you believe people are still putting up stuff about AI? It's like, at what point are we gonna let it go?
Y'all be fine.
Come on. AI isn't going anywhere. And I get it. People are entitled to their own opinion, and I respect that. But I feel like we've been, when I say we, those individuals who continue to complain about AI, it's like you've been doing it for the longest. It's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. So why? I guess my question is why are you wasting time, energy, resources, your breath for complaining if it's not going anywhere?
But here's the thing: is some of those people who are complaining about AI, they're the ones who own Teslas.
Ooh, that is a deep thought right there, ma'am. You are correct, Mundo. Tienes mucha razón. Yes, that is, absolutely, absolutely.
Why do they think that some of those things go malfunction? Because some of those things is not wired correctly and it's used by AI. Hello.
Yes, see,
I'm just saying.
I mean, you are speaking facts right now. I echo your words absolutely. And again, even with the creative portion of it, a lot of the tools and resources that we use are AI driven. They have AI, generated whatever themes within the applications itself. The GPS tools that we use AI. So a lot of what we do in our day to day, I mean, people have like smart phones and smart refrigerators and smart speakers, but that's all AI.
But they only pick and choose what they want to utilize it for. They want to use the gadgets, they want to use all these other things, but when it comes to certain things, they kind of like frowning on it, when in actuality they're at home behind closed doors using it.
I consider that to be a little hypocritical.
Very much so. Absolutely.
So it sounds like
even ways they're putting AI in ways. You remember, they're using your voices and creating those talkbacks, horoscopes in ways. I mean, have you connected yours? Isn't it interesting?
It's interesting. You know what? I tried it, sis, but I don't know. It's just it's a thing for me when I'm like driving and navigating and I'm jamming to my music. I don't want to hear like somebody interrupting me. Turn left at 50,000 or 50 feet or blah, blah, blah. It's like, you're just messing up my vibe. So I just turn it off completely and I just do alerts. But I know for you, the Waze voice that you have, she is funny. She is hilarious. And that was like her horoscope, right? Like Sagittarius.
Yes, that was Sagittarius. But here's the thing too. You have to think about it. If you're not listening to it, that means you have to constantly keep your eyes looking on the phone to see where you're going to turn, because I can't do it. I have to hear it, because if I'm not paying attention, I'm going to be missing my turn. I don't want to keep staring at my phone while I'm driving. That's the piece of purpose of having a talkable GPS, so you won't have to be staring at the phone.
Well, thankfully for me, my phone, it has a Amazon Connect, so whatever is on the phone, it connects to the dashboard piece of it, and it shows me, it navigates, like I have the screen because it's like a long screen.
Yeah,
and it shows me. So that's the good thing. I can only go like this, glimpse to the side. Okay, cool. Make a left, make a right, cool. So yeah, but when I did have that, all I did was I had the suction cup phone holder. So you put it up and then it's like right there. So you're just looking, driving, licking, driving. So that's what I used to do before the car I have now.
Yeah, mine is like that too. I don't even use my car GPS anymore, to be honest with you, because I prefer using my phone one. I don't use my car GPS anymore.
No, I don't blame you. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like you just have preferences, and that's okay, right? You just, whatever it is that it resonates with you, that's a-okay. So July there's a lot in store for July, sis. It looks like not only are we celebrating the 4th of July, we're also celebrating Minority Mental Health Month, which it's interesting. Especially specifically calling out minority versus just general mental health month. So I thought that was interesting. We're definitely going to go in the weeds in just a few about that. There's also Disability Pride Month. That I thought was another interesting topic. Social Wellness Month. We have UV Safety Month. Oh yeah, that's definitely important. So those are the top that I found in addition to the 4th of July. So let's tap into real quick Minority Mental Health Month. So, pretty much in a nutshell, July is recognized as BB Moore Campbell National Minority Mental Health Awareness Month, created to increase awareness of mental illness, access to care, and mental health needs in underserved communities. NAMI notes that the month honors BB Moore Campbell's advocacy around mental health, around disparities, breaking silence, and community of color. And so pretty much that to me is great that we have that specifically for the community of color. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, mental health is near and dear to my heart. It affects everyone, but not everyone has equal access to care, which is sad. You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely. Sorry, I'm here getting my charger that my
So
laptop.
the biggest thing is, and another thing too is like we have to try to reduce the stigma on mental illness, because just because somebody said, oh, something is wrong with them, or that doesn't mean they're crazy. That was the thing, especially like the younger generation, especially in our Black community as well. A lot of people don't want to get the care that they need because they think that people are going to call them crazy.
Right, right. I agree. Mental health is not necessarily just about being crazy. It's about the heavy loads that a lot of us carry. A lot of people just don't know how to handle all of it. Especially when life throws a lot of curveballs at someone. It's one of those things where it's like it's easier said than done to stay cool, calm, and collected instead
Especially
of
now in this season that we're going through. Like, um, people might not, well, the rich people might not see it, but like we're going through a depression, I would say. You know what I mean? And it's unfortunate, but that's what it is. I mean, a lot of people can't afford a lot of things they used to, and times are hard. I mean, I may be looking like I'm living my best life, but shoot, times are hard for me sometimes too. You know what I mean? And for mental illness, a lot of people with that, they're going through the depression, they're going through anxiety, they're going through all these different things, all these different emotions, where some people they just gliding through life, and us, or not just us, minorities, Black people, and I'm not saying Caucasians they don't go through depression as well, or through those things, but I'm just saying it affects minority more in some aspects.
yeah. And I see where you're coming from, especially with a lot of the background backstories that we've had to deal with, starting with like slavery, right? Or starting with racism that a lot of our people had to deal with. A lot of those were carried into other generations, just the feeling, the negative connotation about that. So I agree, there's a lot more in store when it comes to mental health, and especially thinking of those past scenarios and situations that really impacted our people of color today.
Yeah, because we should be able to have an open dialogue about depression, about anxiety, about trauma, about healing. And us as a community, probably about 90% of the community, they're not doing it because they're just worried about what other people are going to say about them. You know what I mean?
Hmm. So let
Yeah.
me ask you this though. For the people that you care about, and this is more food for thought for people as well, but I'm going to ask you, Nadine, and then you're welcome to ask me the same question as well. I want to ask you, like, what is your approach when you feel like something is off? Like, how do you know a friend or someone you care of about is not all the way there? Like something is off, right? Like, what are your go-to or things that you ask, or what's the vibe that you feel when you feel like something's off with someone that you care for?
Address the cultural stigma. You know, if you're used to talking to somebody, on a day to day, and you started talking to them and things are like shifted, something is wrong. You know your people, your friends, your family members. So you be able to ask them, have an open dialogue, like what's going on, and you try to get what's going on with them. Try to ask them those hard questions. Are you going to hurt yourself? Are you going to seek help? You just basically have to peel back the onion to find out exactly what's going on with that person. because a lot of people, they're not going to be willingly open to discuss, situations with other people, especially when it comes to like, trauma, especially if they have like an abusive relationship. Just like I made a video a few days ago, and it was just for entertainment purposes. I don't know anybody currently that's going through that, but it was just for awareness. Like I have my twin sister. I created a video and she went through abuse with her husband, and and I'm there talking to her like I felt something was wrong with you. You know what I mean? So what's going on? When are you gonna stop this? What's going on? Like this is the last straw. We're gonna address it. What you gonna do? And then hit you in front of the kids were at school. So these are real life situations. Just because it's up on social media is not to make fun of anybody. It's just to bring awareness to other people that might have been going through that situation.
And I'm so glad you shared that. So for those who haven't watched it, definitely I encourage you to watch it. And Nadine did an amazing job. She also edited herself. So hey, looks like y'all have an additional person to consider for editing purposes. Hey.
Yeah, a lot of times to do that. I still have some more addition to add to it. So I'm gonna see how it turns out. But I had fun doing it. It was challenging, but I step out of my comfort zone. You know me. Once I'm up late, my brain goes into overload and I start thinking about different things, and I didn't even know I could do it. I don't even know how I did it.
I love that. I love that you did that you tried something new and that you were great at it. That's the only way that you're gonna know if you're good at something, right? But no,
but I'll figure it out.
That's right. Oh yeah. And you're very smart. You're very savvy, so you're definitely gonna figure it out for sure. Right. There's no doubt about that one right there. But yeah, so I agree with you. Just paying attention. Sounds like what you're saying is paying attention, your people, and then not being afraid to ask those questions. And I would definitely agree with you for sure. I know for my approach, I would definitely be similar. I think for me too, because I analyze my people and I study them, I'm cautious about my approach too, because I don't want to trigger anybody like, why are you in my business? Like, because I care, ma'am. Right. But even that, like, I feel like we're in a space now where we're older. Like, you should be able to openly ask questions. And as long as there's nothing to hide, like, why is it not okay for people to be in your business? If people truly care about you, right? If you know somebody truly, genuinely cares about you, then people should be in your business to make sure that you're okay.
And a lot of people don't understand that there are free resources out there. There are resources out there that will keep your information anonymous. You know what I mean? So they just need to tap in those resources. In every single city and state in the United States, they have free resources for mental illness. i.e. NAMI, National Alliance for Mental Illness. They have free resources for that.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Thank you for that, for sure. Now, next we have Disability Pride Month. So this one here is celebrated in July and is tied to the anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, which was signed on July 26th of 1990. So more than able, disability pride, access, and being seen fully. So that's pretty much in a nutshell what it is. It's about individuals just acknowledging that, yeah, I have a disability. This is what it is, right? And just being okay with it, which I get. I mean, having any type of disability can definitely be challenging in the beginning, but once individuals embrace something, a change, because that's pretty, in a nutshell what it is, a change of some sort. I know mind over matter, it'll go okay. The individuals that I've spoken with that have dealt with some form of change and disability, things like that, they pivot and they pick themselves back up, and they're amazing. They're resilient, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, people just need to focus on inclusion. People need to focus on, just because you're disabled, that doesn't mean something, that you're another thing, that you're crazy, or that doesn't mean if you have a disability, it has to be you in a wheelchair, or you have to be holding a cane, or you have to be pushing a walker. Like, some disabilities are invisible. You can't see it. So I've seen videos where people, they drive into the handicap spot, and people are looking at them and they're like, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. How the hell do you know that? How do you know that there's nothing wrong with that person? You can't. You're not a freaking doctor. You don't know what what the definition of disability is. You don't know what that person is going through. Anxiety is a disability.
Oh, food for thought. I had no idea. That's good to know. Wow. Yeah, you taught me something new today. I had no idea.
Depression is a disability.
And you know what? You make a good point about individuals not judging the book by its cover. Just because an individual looks okay, walks okay, they seem to be okay, does not necessarily mean that they're not battling with some sort of disability. So that's a really good point. I'm glad you shared that because
trauma, mental illness is a disability.
Right. That's a good point. Absolutely. And with that, next, Social Wellness Month focuses on nurturing healthy relationships, building support systems, and creating a sense of belonging, which is beautiful because that definitely correlates to what we always advocate for here on Hoy En Día TV, to positively motivate, educate, inspire, enlighten, and entertain you all coming together as a community, right? So that's awesome that Social Wellness Month focuses on those healthy relationships, building those support systems, and creating a sense of belonging, because that's what we definitely want you to feel here. Anytime you tune in and tap into Hoy En Día, we want you to know that you belong here. You did not come across our podcast on purpose. You are meant to listen to these words, to our words, because we want to remind people that we get it. Life is hard. Life is not easy, but we do our best to reframe our thinking, not thinking in a negative way, but shifting the narrative to say, what's the positive in this, right? How can I look at it from a positive perspective? So yeah, any thoughts about that, Nadine?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you have a strong social connection, then that could also prevent you, or that could also save a life. Because, like, if I don't talk to my friends and that I'm really close to in like 2 or 3 days, they're gonna be like, what's wrong with you, Nadine? Where you at? What are you doing? So you have to have those people. You have to have your village who's checking on you on a day-to-day basis. I mean, yeah, you might have friends that are associates or whatever you call it. You talk to them once in a blue moon or once in a while, but your village, your corner, your people, they're going to check on you on a day-to-day basis. You're going to talk to them every 2 days, every 3 days, if it's not every day. You know what I mean? So you have to have that strong social connection, because if there's something wrong, especially if you're single or if you live by yourself and nobody's checking on you in a week, like somebody could go to your house and you laid out flat dead. Nobody know what's wrong with you if you don't have somebody to check on you. And I'm really, really grateful that I do have people in my corner, that I do have my village, to call me or to check on me on a day-to-day basis, because anything could happen, and I'm glad that I have people like that I could rely on, because sometimes you don't even talk to your family on a day-to-day basis. Like, if I drop dead tomorrow, a week later, some people may be like, I didn't talk. When was the last time you talked to her?
I'm glad you brought that up, because it gave me an idea to educate people on that, because not everyone is your friend. Not everyone is your close friend, right?
I talk to my friends more often than I speak to my family, and that's dead ass. That's honesty.
Yeah, and I feel you, because I'm the same way too. Yeah, I talk to y'all more than I speak to my own family. Absolutely. So let's talk about this. Let's peel the onion real quick with that. What you just said about friendships, having your people in your corner, right? So there's different levels or layers to this for the most part. So levels of closeness, trust, access, and consistency is pretty much in a nutshell what it is. So an acquaintance is someone you know, but you don't know them deeply. You may say hi, you chat casually, you know them through work or events, school, church, social settings. Whenever we do our acting, gigs and bookings, we come across acquaintances because we periodically see these individuals. You know them by name, and may know what they do, but you probably would not call them during a hard moment. An associate is someone connected to you through a shared space or a purpose, often a professional, business related. So a coworker, a collaborator, industry contact, committee member, a networking connection, someone you work with, but may not fully personally have the confidence to confide in them. A friend, on the other hand, is someone you have a real connection with beyond a surface level interaction. There's trust there. There's care, consistency, and that mutual respect. So you check on each other. This is correlate to the example that Nadine was sharing with us. You spend time together, hang out, support each other, and there's more of that personal connection there. That is what a friend is. A close friend is someone who has earned a deeper access to you. They know more about your life, your feelings, your struggles, your wins. They are loyal, they're honest, and they're emotionally your safety net. You're like, okay, these people are not going to judge me, or this person's not going to judge me. Example, you can tell them when you feel overwhelmed, when you're excited, when you're feeling hurt, when you need true advice. Best friend, inner circle. This is the trusted few. These are the people who consistently show up, protect your name when you're not in the room. They celebrate you without any jealousy and can lovingly connect with you and connect you. So they are not just around for the fun moments. They're present through all the life's moments, the good, the bad, up and down. They're there, right? Now, a contact is someone you know or can reach out to, usually for a specific purpose. An example, let's say you have a photographer friend, a producer, a business owner. Well, let's say photographer acquaintance, producer, business owner, vendor, former coworker, or someone you may collaborate with at a later time. So these are just some of the layers with that. So the main message that I'm trying to project here is not everyone in your life have the same role, and that's okay. The issues happen when you give people that friend level expectation. That's when your feelings more than likely may get hurt because the expectations up here are not aligning with who they truly are in real life, right?
Right.
And so with that, associates are people connected to you through work, business, etc. Friends are people who show care, consistency, and respect. Close friends, again, people who have earned that deep emotional access to your inner circle. Those are the rare few. Not everyone is privileged to be there. Nadine, any thoughts, questions, comments?
Yeah, absolutely. Because sometimes, when you have that deep rooted friend, both of y'all could be going through something, and just because y'all both going through something, that doesn't mean you isolate yourself and you're not talk to that person. You guys are going to talk about it or discuss whatever the situation is. And I think I did kind of break it down a little bit before on one of the shows. I didn't dive deep and go into it. It's just like, people coming in and out of your lives, right? So I'm gonna break it down again in depth this time. So a great way to explain friendship is to compare people to the parts of a tree, right?
Mm.
Not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever, and that's okay. Here's the leaf friends. The leaf friends come into your life for a season. They're there when things are going well, but when life gets difficult, they often blow away like leaves in the wind. They enjoy the good times, but they aren't always dependable. When challenges arise, they serve a purpose, but they're not built to last. And that's the leaves. Just go about your business and blow away. You aren't here to do anything. Branch friends. Branch friends are stronger than leaves, but they still have limits. They'll support you for a while and may even help you carry some of your burdens. However, when life gets too heavy or circumstances change, they may break away. They're good friends, but they may not be able to withstand every storm. And that's okay. People don't want to deal with other people's trauma. People don't want to deal with everybody's burden. It's too much for them. They're not like the roots. They're there. That's why my favorite thing to say, people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And here are the root friends. Root friends are rare and priceless, like roots beneath a tree. They aren't always visible, but they're always there, keeping you grounded. They support you behind the scenes, remain loyal during your darkest moments, celebrate your victories without jealousy. Jealousy.
Ding, 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 ding.
Tell you the truth even when it's hard to hear, and never abandon you when life gets difficult. Root friends don't just stand with you during your success, they help you survive your storms. And as we go through life, we have to stop expecting every leaf to be a root. Appreciate people for the role that they play, but you have to definitely recognize who is meant to stay through every season. Protect your roots, appreciate your branches, and don't chase the leaves when the wind blows them away.
Let's go get the rake. The was it the rake to rake up the leaves and be like, bye. Let's throw them in the garbage.
Yeah, I definitely had those leaves. I definitely had those leaves. So I mean, but it's okay, like it says, not everybody is meant to withhold the storms, And for me, I don't know. There's always something in me. I don't know. People are probably asking, what's wrong with you? Because I am such a friendly person, right? And behind the scenes, I'm always willing to help. I'm always willing to talk to people, whatever the case is. And it's probably, especially with people that they always say, well, I don't keep girlfriends. I don't have a lot of friends. If anybody knows me, I might be one of the only person on earth, not the only person on earth, but I'm just saying, I have a lot of friends. Well, I consider people my friends because I just get drawn into people so quickly, you know what I mean? But it's not reciprocated the same.
Right.
So,
When I came to visit you, didn't we do your moon, sun, and rising sign? Didn't you have your moon sign is a Pisces, isn't it?
one of them, I think so. I don't remember because I think yeah, I have to look at it again. I definitely have to look at it again.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that again. I have a feeling that's why, as I'm listening to you talk and your level of friendliness, your emotional depth, connection, that definitely correlates. You're an emotional empath person.
Yeah, and people take that kindness for weakness. When they meet people like that, they will like try to run over you. But trust me, I have a limit. I have a timeline, and I'll be quick to cut the cord. Like I don't play that. And people that know me, that been out of my life, they already know. Don't play with me. Deuces. I'm the block queen. I'll be quick to block somebody in a minute. Like I will give people chances. I'm always giving people a lot of chances, and I will keep calling and calling. And if I'm like, hey, the line crosses both ways. If we're not reciprocating, like you still care and deal with you. Sometimes also you have friends and that person have a friend that they don't ride for you, they don't like you or whatever. And sometimes that one person, they will stop talking to you just because their other friend that doesn't ride for you don't like you. And that's okay too. Like I said, you're not gonna be able to ride all my storms with me. It's okay. You can love each other. You can love me from afar. I love you from afar. Like even when I went through all the bullshit I went through in the military, I still forgave those people who hurt me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not the type of person to hold on to grudges, because guess what? If I die tomorrow, I'm going to my grave with my conscience clean. Like I could write books and books of all the bullshit I dealt with in the military, okay? And all the people that came into my life who pretended they were my friends. So listen, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's going through that. So, but guess what? That makes you stronger and make you into the person that you are today. So if you don't have the capabilities of writing a book, you could start journaling, and you could talk to somebody about it. But you just have to keep pushing, because you can't expect to be holding on to those things when people are not. A lot of people they don't think like you. You know what I mean? So you might be ready to bring somebody in, but if it's not reciprocated, you can't be mad, because they're different than you. They're different from you.
Right. Yeah. You know what? I have a follow-up question to that, but in a thought, but I'm going to do a quick sponsor break, so don't go anywhere, y'all. We'll be right back with Hoy En Día TV.
At Cab Zenza, we believe beauty is a ritual, not just a routine. Rooted in intention and inspired by nature, our skincare is crafted to nourish more than just the skin. It nourishes the spirit. Every jar is made with purpose, because when you flourish inside, it shows on the outside. Cab Zenza's isn't skincare, soul care.
From the moment that I put this Cab Zenza on my skin, it feels most amazing. As you can see, it has your skin glistening, it's moisturizing. You too should get Cab Zenza.
Luxurious body butters.
Are you looking for the perfect shirt for that special occasion? At Collective Custom Wear, we bring your vision to life. From weddings, family reunions, anniversaries, or casual outing with friends, express yourself with your unique style and leave a memorable mark. Order now. Our custom shirts are designed just for you.
A bold builder of people, purpose, and platforms, Girls with Gigs helps high performers and those desiring to achieve more shift mindsets and activate purpose. Whether it's career or leadership development, personal branding, or knowing your worth. In the job market, transformation has never been closer because this is where purpose meets action and dreams become destiny. Book your free consultation today at www.girlswithgigs.com.
Yes, invest in that Capsenza body butter. Your body will love you even more because guess what? It is the largest organ in the body, and we need to keep it hydrated and nourished. And also, it helps with anti-aging. When you stay nice and hydrated, you look younger. You have that glow, that vibrancy within you. And I know I want to stay looking as young as possible. I don't know about y'all, but I do. So yes, invest in that Capsenza body butter. Yes. Also, for those who don't know their purpose, is A-okay because we have somebody who can help you find your purpose. So tap into Girls with Gigs, Inspire for Purpose, and Cece will get you right. She will help you get aligned with your purpose. And for those who have a birthday, anniversary, party, work gathering, whatever it is that you have coming up, where there's multiple people and you're like, ooh, I want to have same shirts for everybody, or even an event where you need a large order of custom made shirts, reach out to Collective Custom Wear. Yeah, look at that. We got our shirts here. So we have the resources here. Y'all just have to tap into the resources, right? Yes. And again, friendly reminder, August 22nd, we have the We Don't Wait, We Create Part 2, special guest, Vincent Ward. I am also on the panel speaking, so I hope to see y'all there, right? Also, Slay the Scene Academy Acting 101 Essentials is coming at the end of July, so enroll today. It's a 5-week course. 4 of them are virtual, 1 is in person. So I'm really excited about that because we get to network and collaborate and also work together. And I get to show you all and teach you the essentials of acting 101 through 105. So yes, enroll under YesseRodriguez.com. Select Slay the Scene Academy for that. All right. So Nadine, right before we went on a sponsor break, we were speaking on friendships. The thought that I had that came to mind for that, as I was listening to you speak, is the portion about people not liking each other, right? And to me, you know, as I'm getting older, it's not necessarily like I've changed my mindset. And I don't know if a lot of people have done this, but as I'm getting older, it's not necessarily about not liking people, because like you said, everybody is different. It's more about embracing the differences, accepting the people because they are different, but then determining if they align with your space, right? Mm-hmm. Because I feel like personally the word like, I don't like her, I don't like it. To me, that's just high school. To me, that's so high school. Like we're adults. Like, can we change the narrative to say, okay, it's not that I don't like that person. It's just who they are doesn't align or vibe with my energy, because we all are energy, right? So we can have differences in energy, but still accept the person for who they are, because that is who God made them to be, even though they may not align with who you are, right? So yeah. All right. Let's keep the convo going. So the next topic we have here is UV Safety Month. July is UV Awareness Month, and the American Academy of Dermatology says that UV exposure is the root cause of most skin cancers and recommend shade, sun protection clothing, broad spectrum water-based resistance, at least 30 SPF or higher. And AAD also emphasizes sun protection matters for all people, regardless of your skin tones. Now, I know for me, when I get too much sun exposure, like although I love sun, I notice if I don't have anything like the, because I use the mineral-based sunblock, not the traditional one, I get like sunspots on my cheeks, and so I have to put like cream on it to remove the sunspots. I don't know if that ever happens to you, Nadine, but
yeah, I heard. It's so funny because a lady was just talking to me today about sunscreen, and she said those same exact words. It's crazy. She said the best sunscreen to use is the ones with minerals in it.
Yep, that's right. Mineral-based sunscreens. Haha. I love it. So good. That means that she
read the ingredients, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Reading the ingredients is definitely important for sure, because you want to know what you're putting on your body. Like nowadays, it's a bunch of stuff, and it's like, I gotta read this. All right. So, Nadine, we are going to be celebrating the 4th of July in just a couple of days. And, a lot of people correlate 4th of July to like cookouts and fireworks, but there's definitely a deeper meaning behind it. And this is just more of a reminder for those who are like, okay, I celebrated, but I really don't know, like, what is it all about, right? So today we're talking about what is the 4th of July, also known as Independence Day in the U.S. So again, many people correlate it to fireworks, cookouts, family gatherings, celebration, which is a beautiful thing. Those are good times. Those are happy times. You get to create those memories, take videos and pictures, and you have that to remember. But there is a much deeper meaning behind that holiday. It marks the day that the U.S. declared its independence from the Great Britain in 1776. But beyond the date, it invites us to think about the freedom, the sacrifice, unity, and what Independence Day truly matters to us today. So what does Independence Day mean to you personally, right? And so when you think about that, we often think about the country becoming free, which, yes, based on the history and the background, that is true. But as individuals, many of us are also fighting for different types of freedoms in our lives. Now, let's think about that. Take a deep, deep thought like, what freedoms in my life am I battling for? What am I fighting for, right? So, Nadine, what do you think about that question? Does anything come to mind for you?
No, I guess it's just a time. I mean, it's crazy. A lot of people, whenever you have those holidays, the first they go to is, hey, let's have a barbecue. But also, there's always a meaning behind it. You just have to reflect on the nation's history and just like what you said in the beginning, what it truly means to people. Yeah, even though you have that, you could be cooking your barbecue, but you have to reflect on your ancestors about what they did in order for you to be there cooking that barbecue.
Ah, that's true. That's very true. I love that. So there was a lot of sacrifice that our people had to do throughout the years, especially back in 1776, for us to be who we are today. And I believe it's celebrating 250 years, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, 4th of July has definitely a deep, deep significance here. All right, Nadine, I know that there were a couple topics that we were going to bring up. One about a toddler.
I was just thinking about that.
Forward to that. Let's jump into that now that we briefly talked about the 4th of July. Let's pivot over to the toddler situation here. Do you have those details? You want me to share what I have?
So basically, there was a toddler. It wasn't in the United States where you could clearly see that, the whole room, you could see the whole room. There were like probably maybe 5 or 6 kids, I don't remember, in the room. And the camera clearly shows one toddler. Looks like they probably were like 3, 4, 5, maybe. The oldest is probably 5 years old. And that kid was pounding on another child for, I thought it was 10 minutes, but the article said for 15 minutes. So you telling me you have toddlers locked up in a room with no supervision and another kid's pounding on another kid? That child could have died. That child could have, hit their head or gotten pounced on the wrong organ or something and die, and no parent, no adult, whoever was supervising the kids came forward until 15 minutes later.
Yeah, that
it's just crazy.
Yeah, when I came across that video, yeah, you actually shared it with us, and I was that my blood was boiling when you shared that video and I saw it, and I'm like, this is not okay. And so this happened at a place called First Cry in Toledo's preschool in India. And based on the reports, it says that 23-month-old was bitten around 25 times by another toddler after staff allegedly left multiple toddlers locked in a room without any type of supervision. This actually happened back on June 22nd, so just recently. And CCTV reported showed the child being attacked for about 15 minutes. And the video that you shared, Nadine, we saw that and I was cringing the whole time. I was like, that hurt my heart so bad.
You have a toddler too, right, Yesse? Imagine somebody did that to your child.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, that would be a really bad day for somebody. just because me being a mother, I have a very protective spirit. Like, that's my baby. Like, no, who are you to hit on my baby? Like, and I know how loving my son is. He wouldn't hurt a fly. So anybody, especially a toddler, I'd be like, whoa, like being this parent. And I'm sure his dad's going to feel the same way. Like, we got to talk here because something ain't right. Because that is a reflection of what's happening inside the house. If this toddler is beating up and biting on somebody, there's a deeper root cause underlying situation happening at home that these adults in this daycare facility need to be mindful of, and they should be reporting us to CPS.
That child is going to grow up to be abusive if they don't nip that mess in the butt right away.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So honestly, as I was looking deeper into this, there were a few verified details. So this child that was beat up on by this bully toddler, he suffered injuries to the face, nose, lips, chest, back, and the legs. The parents alleged that the school downplayed the injuries as scratches, but no. Based on when the baby went to the hospital, the toddler went to the hospital, it was a bad situation. So my heart just goes out to these parents. Like, that's just heartbreaking. You're trusting your child in a facility, and these daycare facilities, Nadine, they're not cheap. They are so expensive. And so with that in mind, you're trusting that your child is getting the best care because you're paying some money, only to find out that your child got bullied and beat up. Like, no, that's not okay.
All of those parents, teachers, overseers, all of them would have been held accountable. Okay.
Absolutely.
Obviously, you can't do anything to hurt the toddler, but it's their fault. They're the ones that should have been supervising those kids. And for you to have a camera 15 minutes, who's monitoring it? Somebody saw it and posted it after the fact. So who leaked the camera footage?
Ding, 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 ding. That part right there. That part right there. A lot of food for thought. It is one of those things where it's like, knowing the type of person I am and knowing the type of person you are, we would end up owning the facility. Be like, nope, all of y'all, I'm going to own this now because y'all don't know what you're doing. You over here having little toddlers get beat up. Like, no, we ain't got time for that. Nope.
Yeah. And speaking of toddler, there's another video of a young lady in her 20s running away from the police because she didn't have a license, and flipped the car because she didn't know how to drive, for one. The car got flipped over and the door popped open. A toddler flew out. It was 3 years old. That means that child wasn't even in a seatbelt.
Right. Yep. And you are right. So there's a video that's titled "Toddler Emerges from Overturned Car After ASP Chase Turned Wreck." This actually happened May 2nd in Joyner, Arkansas. And the driver, like you said, she's in her early 20s, known as Talia Jones, reports that she allegedly fled after a trooper tried to stop her Dodge Charger, even though it wasn't hers, it was her boyfriend's Dodge Charger. And so the Arkansas State Police used a PIT maneuver. The car then flipped, and her 3-year-old son came out of the overturned vehicle.
That was the pit maneuver, Yesse, because the car was tinted. So I'm sure if the police knew that there was a toddler in there, they wouldn't have done that. The car, it was tinted. And then he was so upset because I'm sure he's a dad too. He was so upset at her. He was basically chastising her when she came out of the car because she crawled out of the car. He basically was chastising her like he was her, she was his child.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. And she should be reprimanded for many reasons. Like, that poor toddler could have lost his life over the negligence of the mother. On top of it, she was driving with a suspended license. Her boyfriend trusted her with his car. Now he has no car. And that's another lesson for people that are okay with borrowing cars to other people. Like, you really, 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 if you're going to borrow your car to anybody, make sure that they are safe drivers and that you can truly trust them in case of an emergency, that they're really going to take care of your car the way that you would take care of your car. Because cars are not a cheap investment. They are expensive, especially with any repairs, any tires. like, that's just something that you don't willy-nilly, like, my car is sacred to me. Like, I don't borrow it to nobody because of that, because I work hard, one, and I know how expensive my car is. And I'm like, yeah. And then I observe people, like, how they take care of their car. And I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Are we still in the era where we're borrowing people's cars? Like, come on.
Good point. Especially because there's Uber and Lyft, and there's Enterprise Rent-A-Car. There's, was it Avis, that they can get their own car. So you are right. That is a good point to make. Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. Well, we are approaching the end of the show, so we're going to pivot over to our last minute words. We had a juicy conversation about a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yes, we always have great conversations here. And so I will say this. So for this holiday, 4th of July is coming up. I definitely wish you all, please be safe. Please be careful with those fireworks. Practice safety. Watch your kids, your toddlers. I know our babies can get curious, so make sure that they're far away as possible from any explosives, any fireworks. Please don't let them handle it. They're not old enough. Even with adults, is one of those things you got to caution yourself, because fireworks can unexpectedly, based on how it's built and set up, and anything can happen. So just please be careful. And most importantly, enjoy yourself, your family. Take lots of videos, lots of memories, lots of pictures. This is what you're going to have to fall back on as you get older. So, yeah. Nadine, what are your last minute words? That was just me leaving a message for y'all, like 4th of July reminder, but what are your last minute words?
Yes, and for this 4th of July coming up, make sure that you guys are safe. Make sure that you guys are watching your kids with the fireworks. Make sure that you guys are doing all the necessary things to take precautions, because it is hot outside. One little spark could cause a fire, okay? So I just want to say that, life is 10% of what happened to you and 90% of how you react. Also, every dream has an entry point, a decision. So go start acting, go start writing, go start, doing that goal that you've had on your vision board for years and you're not tapping into it. And, you can find me on Instagram, NadiaB_1202, or if you need to order any of my books, you could go to www.nadinebarton.com. Thank you. Have a great day.
Awesome. Well, Nadine, we're almost done. We got to do a couple sponsors, 2 more sponsor breaks, and then I'm going to do my quick ending, and we will wrap up the show. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Collective Wear, available at www.yesserodriguez.com/shop and myrod-enterprise.com/shop. Sponsored by Divine Beauty and Accessories. Watch Hoy En Día TV, Thursdays, 7:30 p.m. Yes, Thursdays catch us here, Hoy En Día TV, 7:30 p.m. Catch reruns Sundays, 7:30 p.m. Also catch past episodes on different podcast platforms as well as YouTube. We are on Apple Music, iHeartMusic, Spotify, Samsung Music. There's a bunch of other podcast platforms that we're on, but to keep it simple, all you have to go on my website, YesseRodriguez.com. On the upper left-hand corner, you're going to see the drop-down, select Hoy En Día TV. That window, that page that pops up, you're going to see all the other streaming platforms that we're on. And that way you can listen to us while you're at the gym, taking a walk, driving, commuting, whatever it is, listen to us. And we thank you so much in advance for that support. And for those who want to be guests on Hoy En Día, whether you have a business to spotlight, if you have an interesting conversation, you want to chop it up with us here at Hoy En Día, we welcome you with open arms. Simply email hoyendiatv@gmail.com, which is scrolling at the bottom of this screen here, hoyendiatv@gmail.com. Also, for those who want to donate towards our Hoy En Día TV cause, or be sponsors, we welcome you with open arms. Also, go on the website, YesseRodriguez.com. There is an option there to donate, as well as email Hoy En Día TV, and I will share with you the sponsor packages available. And for those who want to find me and follow me, really easy. Go on Google, type in Yesse Rodriguez, and you will see my social media, website,
pretty much everything that I'm dealing with or doing. Good things, of course. Blessed. Yes. Thank God. And yes, so thank you so much. This has been another amazing episode of Hoy En Día TV. Thank you. Hasta pronto. See you next time. God bless y'all.